friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy you're here today because I'm going to be talking about some books I've recently hauled. And before you're like, oh my gosh, she spent so much money, a ridiculous amount of money, I actually found the majority of these books at the Dollar Tree, and I've been meaning to talk about them. And then also from Ollies and my local thrift store. So if you see stickers on some stuff, I probably didn't get it all. And also synopses, I probably don't have them all memorized yet, but I have about a million books here. Now let me count them really fast. 24 books. So getting right into it, what do we have first? So I found this the other day at my thrift store and I was really excited. Book 2 of The Witcher, Time of Contempt. I read The Blood of Elves and The Last Wish, so I'm right on track. This is the next book that I need to read for that series, and hopefully season 2 will be coming out soon because I liked that show. Next book I found at my thrift store the other day is Revival by Stephen King. I have a first edition of this, but I don't have a paperback, so of course I had to get the paperback of this. This is a really good book. I read it when it came out. It's about a kind of like, I don't want to say snake handler, but it's definitely like on that level of a minister, like a snake handler minister. But H.P. Lovecraft powers? Yes, you gotta check it out. It's a great book and I can't wait to reread this. The next 2 books I found at Ollies, which is a great little like discount outlet store. I found this cute little book about Lisa Simpson, Guide to Geek Chic, and I've already read this and it's adorable, and if I had a coffee table I would totally have it on the coffee table. But yeah, it's just so cute. There's like a lot of little things in here, pop out things, and I really liked it. It was adorable. Next book I found at Ollies is Stephen King's The Colorado Kid. This is the only other hard case crime book that I haven't read. He only has 3 of them. But I picked this up before I even got in later. So I was like, oh great, I have them all now. Yay! Then the next book is Naomi's Room by Jonathan Cliff. And this is a horror book that I've seen around Instagram, and it's about a ghost, and it's supposed to be very creepy, like a father losing his daughter or something like that. I might be getting the synopsis wrong, but yeah, I'm super excited to read this. Okay, the next one I found was Dearly Devoted Dexter by Jeff Lindsay. This is in the Dexter trilogy. This was like $2 and I was like, why not? I'm gonna read these eventually. Next books I actually got I found on Abe Books is The Hole by Ha Young Peon, translated by Sora Kim Russell. This is a Korean horror book that I've heard really good things about, so I'm excited to read this. And then Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I've heard really good things about this book as well, and I think it was one of those things I was like, oh, I'll see if they're on Abe Books, and they were, and that's exciting to me. The next couple books I found at Ollies as well, and that is Lisa Jewell's Watching You. This is a thriller, and I found the second book in Red Rising, Golden Sun. Yes, it is the second book. I was right. By Pierce Brown. I read the first book back in January, and I liked it. It was good. So I probably will continue on with Golden Sun. And I've seen like a TikTok of somebody reading this and it was really funny. So I was like, oh, I just got that. The last book I believe that is from Ollies is A Gambler's Anatomy by Jonathan Ledham. I think this is a contemporary book, like more suspenseful though, like I don't know, about a guy with a gambling addiction. But I did see this old book of the month symbol on it, and usually those are really good, so that's why I picked this one up. Next book I found was very exciting because I talked about it in my Stephen King Where to Start video, and I didn't have a physical copy because I borrowed one from a friend, but I found one. Gerald's Game. Very excited. finally own this book. Yeah, if you don't know the premise of this book, it's about a woman and her husband who kind of try to rekindle their marriage, and they go on vacation in rural Maine, and one thing leads to another. She ends up handcuffed to a bed. So I won't get into too many details about it. We're getting into the Dollar Tree haul. So these aren't super well-known books. I mean, some of them are, but they were great finds, right? So I've heard this series talked about before, the October Days novel. This is The Brightest Fell, and this is it a paranormal or kind of like a, I don't know, there's like elves and vampires and stuff, right? If I'm correct about this series. But I hear good things about this series. I have no idea where this is in the series, but I saw it at the Dollar Tree and I was like, that looks familiar, and I've heard good things, so I picked it up. The next book I found was really exciting, and that is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green novel. This is about aliens. I think it's a sci-fi book about aliens, and I've seen it talked about a lot on booktube, but I haven't read it. I do like his channel with his brother and the PBS stuff that he does. I actually watched a really funny TikTok with him the other day. He was like, "Ice is a rock." Yeah, it was great. So excited to read this, and I'm very excited to find it. It had this huge sticker on it that was just like terrible, and I still haven't gotten it all off. Oh, the next book I found was like, why is this even here? And that is Heart Forger by Rin Shupeko. This is the Bone Witch author, and I think this is the sequel to Bone Witch. And I was like, why is this at the Dollar Tree? I don't know. Is it here for me? Yes. So I will be reading these two next month probably. But yeah, what a great find. I'm so excited to find it. Okay, the next ones I've never heard of except for one. There is one on here that I have heard of. So this one is My Absolute Darling, a novel by Gabrielle Talent. This is a like hard-hitting contemporary book, but it has the 100 notable books, the New York Times, this stupid sticker that isn't a sticker, which some books that have had this I've actually really liked. So that's why I spent $1 on this. So it was the sticker that wasn't the sticker. The next book I found looked so cool and interesting, and that is The Wager. And this is a make a deal with the devil sort of book, but the cover of it was just so cool that I had to have it. The next 3 books are all thriller books, and this one actually sounds really interesting. Fierce Kingdom, a novel by Jen Phillips. This is about a mother and a son who basically get trapped in a zoo during like a terrorist event or something, or they're being stalked and they're in a zoo situation. So I thought that sounded interesting. It's very short too, and I liked the cover of this too. So I think it really sells me for $1. I'm like, if it has a good cover and it's a thriller, like I'll just pick it up. The next 2 are thrillers that I don't know anything about. I just know they're thrillers, and that is The Glass Forest by Cynthia Swanson, and then Never Let You Go by Chevy Stevens. And I was like, I think I read the synopsis there, and I was like, it sounds good. I'll read it. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog or something of reading Dollar Tree thrillers and see how they are. Next book, I like might have almost screamed out loud when I saw it at the dollar store. I don't know why. It just shocked me that it was there, and that is Final Girls by Riley Sager. I've read this book. I have this book, but I saw it at the dollar store, and I was like, how is this even here? I don't know why this is here right now. So yeah, I'll probably end up giving this to one of my friends to get to them into Riley Sager books. But yeah, this is the first Riley Sager book that I read, and I really liked it. It is about a final girl who survives a massacre at a camp and then is contacted by another survivor from another camp, and it's like, it's this whole thing. It's great. I liked it. The next book I found is Jack Tapper's The Hellfire Club. This is like a historical thriller, and I remember when he came out with this, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I never read it, but I found it at the Dollar Tree, so I was like, I'll read this one day. So the last two books are Dollar Tree finds as well, and that is The Captives. And I don't know anything about this as well. I think it is a thriller. And The Boy on the Bridge, which is a sci-fi book, and it had author of the bestseller, The Girl with All the Gifts, as one of those stickers that isn't a sticker. That actually worked for me to pick this up because I loved this book and I loved the movie, and I was like, oh, okay. Easy sell here. So I'm very excited to read this. I think it's gonna be a good time if it is the same author. Maybe not, hopefully it's not the same with The Girl with All the Gifts, but I really liked that book. If you like sci-fi and like post-apocalyptic, more military books, yeah, I feel like the military, you get, yeah, and kids involved in that. It was really good, so I'm excited to read this. Okay, so that was a really quick Dollar Tree, thrift store, through a books, Ollies kind of mix of some books that I've found recently. Let me know in the comments down below, have you found any good books lately for a good deal or something? I'm always interested in that, and you guys have a great day. Bye.